All right, I guess should we cancel? I think we should cancel. All right. Let's see. I just text David Harwood, who directed it, to come back on because he was waiting for a while. And we'll get him. Let's find Mr. John Cryer. All right, John. Oh, what happened? Okay. Guys, I'm trying my best here. I hope this is making you happy. I feel like I'm managing a circus. Okay. Can I search names? Is there? Oh, there's John. He's on his wife's account because she's an angel, an angel. Let's hope. Yay!
Hey!
First off, thanks to your wife for giving you her Instagram, since you are
yes, she's one of the cool young people on Instagram. I am one of the elderly people on Twitter, and we try to cross-pollinate if we can, and make it a one giant social media world of happiness.
A home. How are you?
I'm great. I'm great. I was watching this, and it's so nice to see everybody. Thank you so much for doing this.
I can't believe everyone agreed. I feel so lucky, and our finale's tonight, and
yeah,
I think it's exciting.
I'm the only one whose hair is still the same. It's like Makad's got hair all of a sudden. Jesse Rath looks like an undercover cop in a 70s movie.
Yes, he totally does. That's amazing. People are saying they hate Lex Luthor. I will say this: you are the best Lex Luthor ever. You are so good.
It's just true. Thank you for saying it. I mean, it goes without saying. But thank you for saying it. No, that's very kind of you. And I really miss the show, and I miss him, and I miss you guys so much. And I miss Vancouver. And you're in Sedona now?
Yeah, I came yesterday because I was getting restless in LA, and I thought I would get an Airbnb and try to get into nature. And I hear it's healing. I don't know. I'm always, I'm one of those people.
Healing stuff happening. The rocks are beautiful. The rocks are gorgeous.
You've been?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's incredible. I can't. It blows my mind every time I see. It sounds silly, but I see a mountain and I scream. I think it's incredible.
There's a lot of mountains there. You're going to be screaming.
I scream a lot. People in Sedona are probably disturbed by the fact that I'm walking around screaming everywhere.
Probably.
I wanted to ask you, because I know in Melissa's episode you had so much.
Mm-hmm.
How?
just how? It was a pleasure. Working with Melissa was so great because she was so jazzed, and a lot of the directors, a lot of the directors, they're under enormous time pressure, and they have a million things to do. And so, like, if you have serious questions about your character, they don't have a whole lot of time for it. A lot of time you got to go to the producers for that. But with Melissa, there was always time, and I was so happy to have gotten to work on her debut. It's you kind of. It was an honor for me, but that they gave me so many words was sort of like, seriously. I mean, I get that he plans a lot of shit. I get it. Do I have to tell everybody about every single one of my plans? I don't think so. I think I can trust people to figure it out. I'm just saying. And thank you, Supergirl fans, because I think you're ahead of me sometimes. And so
they will let you know. They will let you know. I know we always try. I mean, me, you, Katie, Nicole, and Andrea did that lovely dinner, and we always try to kind of get together. And it was so funny because you were like, I'm studying. Like I am not going out. I am beside myself.
Yeah, no, I had all these plans of how cool I was going to be up in Vancouver, hanging out with all the cool people, because it's fun. You get to see a lot of actor friends that you haven't seen. Like Odette and I worked on 2.5 Men together many years ago, You know,
Oh,
so you really look forward to that aspect. But I had all these words. And so
I know. I got, I got to work with Sean Astin, who's also going to come up, I think, after this. And I had drinks. A bunch of us had drinks with him because they're the cast and get to work with him at the hotel that everyone stays at in Vancouver. And he knew everyone. There were all these fabulous actors there, and he knew everyone.
Yeah, it's really fun to be up there during shooting season, and I don't mind the rain. I miss the rain.
Really?
Yeah.
You're careful, because you're.
Well, we're in the studio all day during the rain. I mean, you know, it would be one thing if I was up there just, you know, spending all my time and not working, I would probably be less cool with it.
You don't film very much outside, do you? You're mainly on the sound stages for your series?
Almost all sound stages. I haven't done a whole lot of location stuff. Well, I've done a fair amount, but mostly on the stages.
Yeah. Okay. I did an interview for the CW the other day for the finale, and they asked me if I could work with any DC, person, and I said Candace from The Flash and you. If I could, because we had a scene together, but you were on stairs and I was in the crowd, and it didn't count.
Yeah, no, I don't have enough scenes with you. I don't have enough scenes with Nicole. I don't have enough, no, it's not. Kyler and I have barely spoken. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Jesse and I, we're okay.
Yeah,
we're good for a while.
How is it working with my two favorite girls, with Katie and Andrea? Those terrible women.
Yes, they're just so lovely, and it's been getting to meet them and becoming friends with them has been a real joy, a joyful part of doing the show. I'm sad that Katie's all the way in Ireland, for crying out loud, but we talk about podcasts all the time and try to stay connected.
You are our true crime murder podcast guru.
Thanks.
If we were a cult, which we kind of are, we are, I'm not going to say names, but we all.
Yes, I understand. I understand. Have you tried Detective Trap yet?
No. Is that good?
It's good. It's good. Check it out. Detective Trap with 2 P's.
Detective Trap. What else do you, what other podcast recommendations? True crime. A lot of our fans love true crime too for quarantine.
Oh, just true crime. Well, there was the Dating Game Killers fun, very, old school true crimey. I started listening to You're Wrong About, which is a really fun thing, but it's not true crime. But they just sort of do deep dives into pop cultural stuff that you thought you knew the story of, but they sort of fill in all the gaps of that you didn't really know it.
That's cool.
Yeah, something to check out. You have time. You're in Sedona.
I have so much.
Put in your AirPods. Look at the rocks. Scream.
And listen to John Cryer recommended podcasts.
Yes, absolutely. Please do.
Are you doing anything? Are you cooking or anything, or do you cook?
My wife cooks, and she's amazing at it. So it's a little daunting. She would love it if I did more, of course. Mostly what I've been doing since this is trying to avoid getting large.
Yeah.
That's what and I've been so far successful. But we're, we set little goals for ourselves. I cleaned out my junk drawer early on. I was very proud of that. I still got to clean off my desk, and I got to purge all my clothes.
Yeah, I haven't done that step yet, but that's always the most freeing.
Yeah.
Just, get rid of, and we all wear the same 10 things anyways. It's
yes.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous on my part. I mean, I'm wearing a black shirt. I'm wearing a black shirt and a white, seriously. I don't know.
Those are podcast recs and a list of other goals, I think, for people to follow that I think are useful.
Oh, good. I'm glad to be of service.
You're always of service, John. Well, thank you. Thank you for getting on your wife's Instagram and trying all the things. I really appreciate it.
Happy to.
You are the nicest villain in the history of the world.
Oh, thank you. I'll take that.
And I will tell one funny story about you. When 2 seasons ago, when you first came on and I first came on, we had our first episode together. And you had kind of mentioned when I met you at the end of the year, you're like, oh yeah, let's all hang out. And I text Katie, Nicole, and Andrea that I was like, John wants to hang out. And they were like, okay, he's not going to hang out. And I remember being like, I'm going to leave him alone. And you were like, oh, I was like, okay, well, let us know if you want to hang out, right? You're very important. And you were like, well, nobody has my phone number. So and I was like, I'm giving you out so you don't have to hang out with us. And then, yeah, you showed up the day of. You were like, listen, guys, I'll meet for a burger across the street if you want. Like, I just kind of want to hang out with humans. And you did.
And we did. We had a great time. And several times. And that pajama party. Ridiculous.
Yeah.
You know,
AKA your birthday party, kind of.
Yes, that's I consider all pajama parties my birthday party.
Your birthday party.
That's just how I am.
I feel like they're great parting words to go.
Yes, but you guys have been so wonderful and were so wonderfully welcoming to me, and Katie was so wonderful, and Andrea. And you know, no, it's if it seems like the Supergirl cast really love each other, it's because it's true. They really, really do. And we love the fans. Amazing fan base. Thank you guys for being so great to me on Twitter. I really, really appreciate it. You know, I hope you enjoyed the finale tonight. We're all going to be seeing a bit of an interesting show because there were chunks of it that had to get redone and changed and flipped around because we couldn't shoot all the ones from everything we wanted for the other finale. So it's going to be exciting for all of us.
We're all going to kind of see this because I don't, you know, I know that they put it together. I had some scenes left for that episode that we couldn't shoot. But I went back and read it over to kind of see, and it's a pretty epic for a second to last, what was supposed to be a second to last episode. There's a lot of good stuff. It's
big. Yeah, it's a big episode, and it's a great cliffhanger. And so, you know, I'm excited about that. And, you know, but you know, with everything sort of hanging in the air, it's like, wow, I hope I don't die. Well, I did last season, and that didn't stop me. So,
John, as long as you want to hang out on this show, you will be on this show. You are. Okay. And let's be honest here. Every time they say that you'll stay, we're all like, what? You elevate it, and you're so good, and you're such a joy to be around that, like, if we can continue to microdose you the drugs that we do so that you're dazed and stay with us, because this is, you know, the fact that you're still here, it can't be a free will at this point.
No, you know, it's fine. Hypnosis, I attribute it to.
Yeah.
I'll be a chicken, and then I'll be Lex Luthor.
Forever,
pretty much.
You're the best actor there ever was.
Thanks.
All right, my dear. Well, it was good. Thank you again. I really appreciate you coming on and breaking your Instagram non-existent life to do this.
Oh, my pleasure. My pleasure. And thank you. And you're so wonderful. And I miss you. And I wish you all the best.
I miss you too. I'll talk to you soon.
Okay.
Tell your wife hello and thank you.
I will. I will. Okay. Have a good one. Bye.
All right, guys, I need to grab a charger because my phone is going to die. And that would be terrible. Let's see if this works. I don't want my phone to die. Instagram hasn't shut me off yet. Let's hope that does it. Okay, next up. Let's see who we got. There's David. Let's get Mr. Director in here. Money.
How are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm well. Very rested, very at peace. It's nice to be home. I haven't been home this long in like 6 years.
Wow. What were you cooking, by the way? Because I know you were just cooking.
I just did some chicken. It's my kind of West Indian style chicken. So and some salad. It's nice to cook.
Have you been cooking?
Yeah, it's nice because, you know, I'm cooking for the family now because it's you know, you're out there in Vancouver, you're kind of cooking for yourself all the time. So it's been really, really nice to be home and cook for the family. So yeah, it's been great. It's been really
gratifying
great
when you're cooking for yourself. You know, you need people to tell you how great the food is.
Absolutely. So and sometimes I've been getting it wrong. You know, you get used to kind of cooking for, you know, the kids again, and you know when they eat, there's like a clean plate. You know, it's a good. You know, it's okay. I keep looking for the leftovers. If the leftovers are like, there's a lot of leftovers. I kind of go, not so good, not so good.
Oh, Kyler is saying hi to you. She's watching right now. She just
Hey, I called. I sent her a text, but she didn't respond to my text.
did you watch? Were you able to see her live? She's in the middle of nowhere, so she was squatting by a tree trying to come on and talk to people. Poor thing, and her internet's not working at her house, so she's like.
That's a shame. That's a shame. That's a shame.
So what have you been up to the last couple months besides?
I can say, really, I've just been resting. It's been really nice to have some time off. Most of the time when I have a hiatus, I just get swamped with things here, and it's just been really, really nice to come home and just have some peace and quiet. And so I've kind of really enjoyed lockdown. Lockdown's been kind of good for me. I just sort of turned everything off, and it's just been really nice to just settle and just be, kind of get back to myself and rest my mind. I've actually really, really enjoyed it.
That's so nice. And I did ask kind of what we could talk about for your second directorial episode of the season, because I know my scene in particular was probably the coolest thing I've ever got to witness with Kyler and I. And
that's a cool little bit, yeah.
The Cirque du Soleil stunt lady.
Yes, that's going to be. I'm really hoping it all hangs together. It was really tough to edit. It was a real beast to put together because, as you say, it's such a huge episode that when we sort of started putting it together, things were missing, and people, it was quite a tough episode to put together. So I mean, I'm hoping it works really well. I haven't actually seen it.
Have you not?
I've not seen it. I've not seen it in its finished state. So you guys will see it before me. Wow. I've seen the edit. I've seen a kind of cut version, but I haven't seen it with all the tech on and all the effects, and so that's going to be quite interesting to for you guys to see it.
Did you know that it was going to be the season finale?
No. I mean, because it wasn't finished. When we stopped filming, there were like 3 or 4 scenes that still had to be shot. So they magically put together, and there was one scene which takes place right at the beginning of the episode that took us about 3 weeks to shoot.
Wow! And
because this person wasn't there, and then this person wasn't there, and then that person could be there for the morning, but couldn't be there for the afternoon. So it was a real challenge to put it together, and in the end, and I'm waiting to see it all put together. I'm waiting to see it put together. In the end, Armin had to do some of his magic and steal something from a completely different episode.
No way!
And put something else in, and to make the scene work. We then had to. I don't know how he did it, but it looks great, and of course there were scenes with you which we couldn't shoot.
I know. I was so ready for that scene, and something you always do as a director, which is really cool, is you prep so much for the acting. So you love kind of giving ideas so that we can marinate on them, or how you kind of think of a scene going. And I was so looking forward to doing that scene, but Robert and Jessica said that our other stuff translates. It had the same kind of,
Yeah, it all works, but it just kept meaning that things just kept falling out of the schedule or falling off the end,
It was a huge episode,
really big
episode,
and so much we just couldn't. So much of the stuff we shot, just doesn't make it in, because to try and cram all that into 42 minutes was impossible. The action itself was enormous. So we managed to get it. We managed to make it work, but there was a lot of stuff that we unfortunately had to leave on the cutting room floor. which was a real
What's
shame
that
because
experience like as an actor? Because as for us on the other side, we shoot these scenes and we love them so much and they don't make it. But as a director now and an actor, you see.
it's awful because you know at the end of the day, you know, it's got to fit into those 42 minutes. So you know, you start with something which is but I started with something which was 56 minutes long,
Wow.
and then you start chopping things back and cutting things and editing here and chopping this and losing this and then you